Okay, so I wanted to walk you through one example of polynomial long division before we came together in class to do notes, just to get you kind of like primed and ready to go. So here I've given you a problem where I'm dividing x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x plus 2, and I'm dividing it by x plus 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is to set up my little division house. And remember, the thing that's on the bottom of the fraction, the denominator, goes on the outside of the little house as the divisor. And the thing on top, the numerator, goes on the inside of the house as the dividend. So the thing on the outside is the divisor, the thing on the inside is the dividend. Now, the algorithm for long division is still divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, just like it was with numbers. But there's a slight adjustment when we're doing it with polynomials. So the first thing we're going to do is to do a divide, but we're going to divide the first terms by each other. So if you look at the dividend, x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x plus 2, the first term there is x cubed. So I'm going to divide that by the dividend, sorry, I'm going to divide that by the first term of the divisor. The first term of x plus 2 is x. And if you remember your power rules, x cubed divided by x to the first will be x squared. That number is what goes on top. Now, when we multiply, we're going to multiply this thing on top, the x squared, by the entire divisor, x plus 2, and that's what's going to go underneath. So I'm going to write x plus 2 over here next to the x squared. Of course, I'm multiplying by an addition, so that will require distribution. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 2 is 2x squared. And that's what's going to go underneath here. Now, our next step is to subtract. Now, when we subtract, we want to subtract both of those terms from the thing above. Now, you can either distribute the negative to both of those terms, or you can put parentheses around it, which is what I tend to do. But x cubed minus x cubed is 0x cubed. So this space right here, this first space, should always subtract away because we got the number on top by dividing first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So when we multiply those out, it should be the same thing and subtract away. Negative 3x squared minus 2x squared is negative 5x squared. So now I'm ready to bring down. So I'm going to bring down the next term. And then I'm going to repeat the process. Divide first term, but this time it's the thing that's down below, by first term of the divisor. That goes on top. We're going to multiply that by the entire divisor, which requires distribution. And that's what goes underneath. We're going to subtract. This should always be blank. And then 5x minus negative 10x is 15x. Then we're going to bring down our next term and repeat it again. Divide first term by first term. That goes on top. Multiply by the entire divisor. That goes underneath. Subtract. And this should always go away. 2 minus 30 is negative 28. And now, when we go to bring down the next thing, there's nothing to bring down. So that tells us that we've actually reached the end of our process. So we can go ahead and write this as a mixed number. And remember, the way we write it as a mixed number is we write the quotient plus, we have to put the plus here. You don't normally write it as a mixed number, but you have to put it here because we're working with like polynomials. And then we put the remainder over the divisor. And that is the answer to that long division problem. So it's divide, multiply, subtract, bring down with the slight adjustments. We'll do more examples of these in class next time.